Welcome to Brandzers. I am Donnicka Robert. Today, I have Carlene Perry. She's the owner of Ceelee's Kitchen. Carlene has been doing some outstanding work serving our community. Thanks for joining me, Carlene. How are you today?
I'm great. And thanks for having me today on your program.
Thank you for being here. So tell us a little about yourself, Carlene.
My name is Carlene Perry. I am the owner of Ceelee's Kitchen.
So tell us a little about the narrative behind your business.
Now, Ceelee's Kitchen started during the pandemic. It really started. Ceelee's Kitchen was around for a long time, but I just didn't, recognize it until the pandemic struck last year and I was home for many months. The story behind my business, previously I worked in a restaurant industry as the general manager / operations manager. So on a daily basis, we would get catering orders, for parties, for weddings, for boat rides, for funeral repasts. I got interested in food since that time because I did a lot for that company, like creating their website, creating their social media platform, and interacted with vendors, a lot of vendors and customers, and it was a joy for me. So I decided that one day, if I should ever think of opening a restaurant, I know I, would just manage things based on the experience that I have. So when the pandemic struck and I was home and I was making dishes for my own house, I started posting pictures on social media. I started posting pictures on Facebook, and people started liking, the pictures and saying, yum, I wish I could have some of that. They started to ask me how I make it. I would inbox some people, giving them the recipes. And, they would call me back to say, oh, I tried it and it was really good. So I started to do more postings. I started to do more talking to people, speaking to people. People kept calling me constantly, about my foods. I started to cater for functions, funerals, weddings, and that's where it all started.
It's phenomenal to see that your passion, driven by your experience, has enabled you to actually go out and launch your business. That's amazing, Carlene. Wonderful. As you talk about food as a necessity, it's absolutely a necessity. Can you tell us a little about who your ideal customers are?
My customers are mostly Caribbean people, and they live in neighboring communities. I live in Queens, so a lot of my customers live in Brooklyn and Queens, and of course the Bronx. But I mainly serve Brooklyn and Queens for now.
With the emergence of so many startup businesses, what would you say make your business distinct from your competitors?
Makes me different from some of the other restaurants out there. My food is authentic Jamaican food, but it's Jamaican food with a twist, and serving not just Jamaicans or Caribbean people, but a diverse group of people, because my dishes also include Mexican, Italian, just to name a few, German. So I tried to incorporate it with authentic Jamaican dishes. For example, I would make mango escabeche fish, from the, different from the typical escabeche fish we're used to. And, breadfruit that is picked from the tree and roasted. What I do, I make breadfruit balls and I fry them, and that is served with my mango escabeche fish. I make shrimp kebabs, and I would put mango and pineapple, and I would jerk my shrimp kebabs, and that's just different from the typical foods you would eat out there. And even my peppered shrimp, the other day I added some pineapple to my peppered shrimp, and one customer told me that it was so delicious. So, as I said, guys, it's beyond with a twist. It's really with a twist. Recently, I made ackee and saltfish pancakes. And my God, I'm telling you, everybody is just calling me, texting me. I want that recipe. I would say to them, go back and watch the live. They said, no, you should do a recipe book. So now I'm in the process of, writing a recipe book for all these recipes.
Wonderful. I cannot wait for that recipe book to come out because I really want some of your recipes.
I can't wait for you to try it.
Absolutely. Tell me, Carlene, why should customers even care to buy your food over your competitors' food?
Well, my slogan says, delight in every bite. So every time that they bite on something that I make, they're going to want to come back because it's just a different taste. Like I would make jerk air fried chicken, slightly different from the typical jerk chicken that is done on the grill. Well, mine has jerk seasoning and it's air fried. As I said before, it's yard food with a twist. So if they normally buy, for example, saltfish fritters, they just buy the plain fritters. But if they buy my fritters, I'm gonna make some pineapple salsa on the side for them to dip it in. So it has a different taste. So it's just a twist that would make my thing different.
Just that statement alone just whet your appetite.
Yes, it does.
What is so special about that recipe, Carlene?
As Jamaicans would say, you put your foot in there. I put my all in there. For example, when I did the grilled shrimp, in the end, I grilled it on the stovetop in a grill pot, and I added my barbecue sauce, which I mixed a number of sauces together to get my barbecue sauce. It wasn't just a regular, barbecue sauce. In the end, I garnished it with some. So that topped it off, and it just made it taste yummy.
You're just whetting my appetite, Carlene. Right now, I'm just feeling for some of those food.
Oh yes, I'll send some over, don't worry.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. As you indicated, Carlene, it is so important that your customers understand the value that you're providing and that you are consistently delivering to their needs to enhance their experience. That is critical to any small business that are looking to grow and scale their business, especially in this competitive environment. So thank you for pointing that out, Carlene.
Yeah.
Now, how can customers order from you? How do you serve your customers?
I have a page on Facebook called Ceelee's Kitchen. They could message me through Facebook, or they can send me an email. They could send me a text message, or they could call me. I'm in the process of setting up my website right now so they can do online orders. But for now, they can call me on the phone. I'm just a phone call away.
Can customers pick up?
They can pick up, and I also deliver.
How can customers learn more about your business? You have mentioned a few platforms that you're on. How else can they find you? Tell us about the platform you're on.
Okay, so right now I'm on Facebook. I have an active YouTube channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram and TikTok.
You have diversified your business across the main social media platforms. That's remarkable.
You have to make yourself and you have to make your business marketable. So, social media is the way to go nowadays. So
digital marketing is taking over the place.
It's taking over the world.
I am in agreement with you, Carlene. With the rise of digital marketing, social media platforms or social media marketing in general is becoming so dominant and necessary for small businesses to build awareness. It's also a crucial part of a marketing strategy.
Yes.
Working in a restaurant can be very challenging.
It's hard work. It is hard work. I could tell you, based on my previous experience, being the general manager, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I would, before I get into the office in the mornings, I would visit some of the locations, just to see what's going on, just to hear the staff members. Sometimes you run into customers would give you their views, or if something happens at the restaurant. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I know chefs have to get up early in the morning, like 5, sometimes 4:30, just to prepare breakfast for 6 o'clock.
So you talk about the chefs having to get up so early in the morning.
Yes.
Now, ideating customer solution and whetting their appetite can also be challenging. Tell us a little about what your typical day looks like.
Okay, my typical day starts at about 6 in the morning. And at 6 in the morning, I might do a live in my own kitchen, making hubby's breakfast first. And then if there's an order, then depending on the order, then I would start early. A jerk chicken order, you would have to start preparing from the day before, like, seasoning up the chicken, cutting it up, cleaning it up, making sure it's properly marinated. And if it's an order for, let's say, 3 o'clock in the evening, like a catering order, you would start cooking that at about 11, because you want to give it enough time to cook properly. And of course, when you're delivering, the food is still hot.
Awesome. So what encouraging words can you leave for someone looking to get into the restaurant business, or even to start up their own business?
Okay, I would suggest that it calls for planning. First of all, when I say planning, you have to consult with someone and do a business plan. Because if you don't do a business plan, you're going to run into problems. And even a lot of small businesses out there, they don't do business plans. They just go, jump, start a restaurant, just buy some food, start cooking it, but you don't have a plan. Start a business plan, work the plan. You will be successful then, working the business plan. And when I say business plan, it includes vendors, try to build a relationship with your vendors. Make sure that you could get some established credit from them, because you might not have the starting capital to start the business. You have the intentions to start a business, but you might have a little bit of money, and you need working capital. So it's good to contact your vendors, find out if they have a credit system. That's important. Also, make sure that when you're catering, you make the price in such a way where you get a profit from it. If it's not profitable, it doesn't make sense. For example, if someone is ordering, let's say, a large pan of lobster, and we know lobsters are expensive, you have to sit down. First of all, you have to find out how many persons you're catering for, and that will determine how much lobster you need to buy. You need to check out the cost of the lobster. You need to shop around, make sure you get the best price, and make sure when you give them a price for the lobster, you're making a profit. So all of these things, somebody starting a restaurant have to take into consideration. Cost, credit, business plan, all these things. Staff, because you're going to need help. You can't do it on your own. So you have to put aside salary. So all these factor into the business plan. So it goes right back to the business plan.
Great tips for someone actually looking to venture into a restaurant business, or any business per se.
Any business for that matter.
Absolutely. What final thoughts, Carlene, or words would you like to say to your target audience?
I work hard to satisfy my customers. I make sure that my service is superb. I want my customers to also spread the word, tell their friends, tell their neighbors. Sometimes you have to give. My mom always say you have to give to get. So sometimes I would give away food just to let people sample my food. So, to my audience out there, I just want to let you guys know that I'm here to please you. I'm here to make you happy. I want you to come back, support Ceelee's Kitchen. Ceelee's Kitchen is yard food with a twist, and you'll never ever find any restaurant out there that would cook and give you guys food the way we make it.
There you have it, everyone. If you're looking for some delectable, succulent Jamaican dishes such as jerk chicken, curry goat, escovitch fish with a twist, whether you are seeking individual dishes or catering, check out Ceelee's Kitchen. Thank you for joining me, Carlene.
Thanks for having me, Donnicka. It was my pleasure, and I'm looking forward to sending you some food.
Wonderful. I can't wait to get those food, Carlene.
Okay.
Viewers, thank you for joining us. Take care. God bless you.